This is Jen ASMR Unboxing. Subscribe before you fall asleep. Hi there. This evening I have a huge British corner shop haul. And if you don't know what British corner shop is, it is an online shop where expats like myself can buy things from the UK and send them to other countries, for example France. I have ordered from them over the last, I guess, maybe 8-9 years, every now and again, maybe once or twice a year, usually around Christmas time. And then once more randomly. And this year I did do a Christmas time one, but I was too late to receive anything for Christmas. So it's now the 3rd of January and I received all of this yesterday, so that's not so bad. So I'm just gonna go through everything. I'm not tasting anything or eating anything in this video. It's really just a kind of haul, showing you what I miss from my home country, talking a little bit, making some sounds with the packaging and stuff. So the first thing I have to show you is this pack of mince pies. Some Mr. Kipling exceedingly good cakes. 6 deep filled mince pies. So mince pies are kind of a traditional Christmas time treat in the UK. And it's basically like a little pie, like an apple pie or something like that, same thing. Except inside is kind of like a very sweet jam type thick filling with lots of raisins and spices, and it's a very Christmassy smell, Christmassy taste. You can see it on the side here. On the inside it's a dark filling. It's very rich. So usually we would eat these at Christmas time, but Christmas time is already over. So I will be eating these just throughout January. They had a deal going. If you buy one, you get one free. So I don't have 6, I have 12. Mr. Kipling is a very standard brand of cakes and things like that in the UK. So I knew they would be good. They have little snowflakes on the top. Kind of put all these things into categories, but they're very loose categories, and I'm starting this with like cakes and desserts and biscuits and cereal. That's all put into one category. So let's look at the next ones. So these next ones are also Mr. Kipling, but this time they are Viennese whirls. So as you can see, they're kind of shortbread biscuits in a whirl shape, like they've been piped, and inside they have cream and jam. Yeah, light shortcake swirl filled with fruity raspberry jam and a smooth cream filling. These are something that I remember eating when I was younger. Actually, none of the things that I have bought are indispensable things. Nothing is like, I can't live without, or I really need them. They're all just like little pleasures. And most of which would not help my waistline. I'm usually pretty careful with what I eat. But I don't mind letting go a little. And this last Mr. Kipling pack. That's now 4 Mr. Kipling things. And these are cherry bakewells. And cherry bakewells are something I used to love when I was a kid. It's kind of got like, it's like a little pie, like the other things, a little tart, with some jam and some, like, I don't know how you would call it, like marzipan sort of centre, and then icing and a little tiny cherry on top. They're really nice. My partner really likes these too. As you can see, they've already been opened. I think the Viennese swirls had already been opened too. I wanted to wait until I had filmed to eat anything, but I decided to do some haggis for dinner, and then I let everybody choose a few things for dessert. So that was nice. And one thing that everyone chose in their little dessert choice was this pack of custard creams. I can actually show you one since it's open. So here it is. It's a little biscuit with some very elaborate swirls, and then it says custard cream on the front, and inside is kind of like a vanilla custard cream inside, and these are just kind of like shortbread biscuits. And they're kind of like the staple basic biscuit from my childhood. There are these and bourbon biscuits, which are kind of like similar idea in the way that it's like a sandwich, but they're longer and thinner and chocolate. So these are custard creams. And these are the last biscuits I got. And they are ginger biscuits. And they are called that because of the flavour. Ginger biscuits. Ginger nuts, even. Essential Waitrose ginger flavoured biscuits. So Waitrose is a supermarket. They are vegetarian and a little spicy. The more you eat, the more spicy they get, I find. Has a little kick to it. Subtle but spicy. And this little dessert is something that I got for my daughter. She loves this stuff. So this is Hartley's raspberry flavored jelly. And this will make enough for like 2 days worth of desserts for us. And it's just basically jelly. Pink, transparent, wibbly wobbly jelly. And you just put this in some hot water and then let it set overnight in the fridge. And then you wake up to some lovely jelly. This is like the classic kids' birthday party dessert. Jelly with ice cream. I don't know if it still is. Maybe not so much, but But when I was a kid, that's what you would have at every birthday party. Okay, this last dessert is very well protected. It's all wrapped up in bubble wrap with fragile tape. Let's try and get this open. Okay, that was really loud. So I just cut right to the tin. So this is some Simpsons sticky toffee pudding. I loved sticky toffee pudding. Traditional moist steamed sponge pudding with dates and a sticky toffee sauce. Delicious, classic recipes, especially made for you. And it's premium quality, of course. So, you open this end first. And never let a saucepan boil dry. Cover can with a cloth to open. And to microwave, remove from can and follow instructions. So I don't know if you're familiar with a cake in a tin, but the preparation guidelines are, well, it's very simple in fact. So you pierce the lid and place the can in a saucepan of boiling water. Bring back to the boil and simmer for 40 minutes. I don't think I'll be doing that one. Otherwise, you just remove it from the packaging, put it in the microwave for 1.5 minutes, and then leave it to stand for 1 minute. That's the one I'll be doing. I think you open this end first because the sauce is on the other side. I don't think I've ever heated one up for 40 minutes in a saucepan. Only ever in the microwave or anything like that. That's going to be nice on a cold evening. So this is the last thing in my kind of baking goods and biscuits and things like that. And it is some cereal that I love. It is Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. And you can't get them here in France. You can get a lot of different types of cereal. And I'm sure that there's a lot of them that are similar or just as good in a different way than this cereal. But I have really good memories of eating this cereal. Like when I was a student, I would eat this instead of dinner sometimes, or coming home from a night out, that sort of thing. So I thought it would be nice. So, some Kellogg's Crunchy Nut Cornflakes. I remember they used to have some pretty funny adverts about this stuff. Okay, let's move on to the next section. Okay, so this next section is a very small one. There's only 3 things. And it is the non-edible section. The first thing that I have is this simple, hydrating, light moisturizer. My skin really likes this stuff. Simple is a really kind of, it's like a really great brand for sensitive skin. It's not too expensive. I don't need this as a moisturizer, but I do like it So whenever I do like an order, I will get some. They have two different kinds. They have the light one and then the heavy one. And the light one is just perfect for me. I wish they had simple in France. I then got this tea towel. Look, it's just a Scotland tea towel. It's definitely a very touristy tea towel, but I don't mind. So I'm obviously not a tourist in Scotland, but I'm from there, so this is just like having a little thing from home in my house in France. So there we have it. It's just a very simple design with a map, Loch Ness, and the cairngorms. I love the cairngorms. It's very pretty, I think. I like the colours. It's simple and pretty. I don't know how good the tea towel will be at absorbing, but it's not really the point of having this in your kitchen, is it? The last thing I got that is not food related is this keyring, which is also a very touristy thing to get, but I don't mind. Just remove it from this plastic, but it's very, very noisy. Okay, so it's a historical Scotland keyring with a little bit of tartan up here, and then between the little trinkets and the ring we have Scotland written here. And now we have a lovely thistle, which is the flower of Scotland. Beautiful, beautiful flower. And then we have the Edinburgh Castle, which I know very well. I was born in Edinburgh, but I've never really lived there, but I've been there many times. And then just a little Scottish flag. So I'll be adding these to my keys tomorrow morning. I think it's pretty. That's a nice little jingle to it, doesn't it? I'll be happy for my keys to jingle like that. It's nice. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. I think I will do savoury now. So the first savoury item I have is this multi-pack of Walker's prawn cocktail crisps. Walker's is a very common crisp brand, or if you're in America, chips. And I really like the prawn cocktail ones. That's not a flavour that you get in France. I can certainly live without them. I'm not a huge crisp fan, but it's just something there isn't here. That if I was in the UK, if I fancied a packet of these, which I rarely do, I could just buy one. So when I saw them on the site, in fact each time I see them, because I pretty much get a multi-pack of these every time I get them. I don't know. I think it's just the fact that I can and that I can't usually. Just a kind of nostalgia thing. You should comment down below what your favourite crisp flavour is. I think mine is probably prawn cocktail. And out of the crisps that I have access to regularly, I would say the kind of like peanut flavoured crisps they have here in France. I really like them. Okay. And the other crisp-like item I got is this pack of Jacob's Twiglets in the original flavour. I don't know what other flavours they have. Never seen any different flavours, but and these are kind of love-hate kind of things, like Marmite. They're actually a very similar taste to Marmite or Vegemite or all these kind of things. And I really like them, but a lot of people don't like them. I wonder if you get them in different countries. I know you don't get them in France, and I know you do get them in the UK. I wonder if you guys have them in your country. Let me know if you do. This next thing is a pack of Waitrose. So Waitrose is the supermarket, like the other things, the biscuits. And they are rough oat cakes. And they are a savoury biscuit, like a cracker or something. And they are baked full of whole grain oats with a deliciously crunchy texture. They're kind of a Scottish thing. Oat cakes. I don't know if you've heard of them, oat cakes. They're basically an oaty biscuit. And they're savoury. So you would usually put like some cheese, something like that on them. Sometimes I like just eating them just by themselves, but for some reason I like to eat them like really slowly. I like take a bite and then just keep chewing until it becomes like mush. I don't know why I do that. I've always done that. It sounds pretty gross actually. It's not gross. It's very nice. I'll probably get these out when we have guests sometime soon. A lot of this stuff I bought to entertain over Christmas, so some of it is a little I don't think it'll be wasted. We'll still have people over in January and February, so it's okay. But some things are a little bit of a shame. Okay, so I have some Coleman's bread sauce. And it is basically what it says it is. It is a white sauce that is made with some bread in it. And I actually bought 2 packets, but I've already used one to go with my haggis that I made earlier. Not everyone would put bread sauce with their haggis, but I do. And you just basically mix in some milk and heat it up and let it reduce a little, and it becomes a very nice thick bready sauce. I like it a lot. Here we have another thing that is very well protected in here. In fact, the next few things are very well protected. I feel like I just cut his ponytail off. Oh, I think I know what this is. Yeah. I can see it. The telltale yellow lid. And dark black jar. Or dark browny black jar. And this is Marmite. And it is kind of spread, a yeast extract vegan spread. It's a very savoury taste and a very strong taste. Either you love it or you hate it, and I happen to love it. It's actually the flavour I was talking about earlier when I showed you those crisps, the Twiglets. I really like the little pot. It's very dark pot with the yellow top. It's very distinctive. So this you can use for cooking, I think. But mostly people would just use it to spread on toast and things like that. But don't put too much on. You just need a very, very thin sliver. You really don't need much. Wake up your taste buds. Put the oomph in your breakfast. Marmite on toast. I think that's what I'm going to be having tomorrow morning after my crunchy nut cornflakes. Be a double breakfast. It's okay, it's still the holidays. So this next thing also has a ponytail to cut. So we have some Bisto. And Bisto is gravy granules. So, Bisto. Just add boiling water, and it's for chicken gravy granules. Apparently it's the nation's favourite, and I'll probably agree with that. I remember having this stuff when I was a kid. And you just don't have instant gravy over in France. I don't think they're even very big on gravy. But I really like gravy. So it's great whenever you're making meat. So it's not so dry. And something I used to do when I was a student, it's gonna be really gross, you're gonna think, oh, you have chips and then gravy and then cheese. Well, actually, if you're Canadian, you probably don't think that's so strange because you have poutine, which is basically that, chips with gravy and cheese. So maybe you won't think I'm weird if you're Canadian. But it does sound a little gross, doesn't it? But it's pretty good, especially when it's cold. This is kind of a kitchen staple for me. Okay, so this tinned food that I have in front of me is something very special. It's not in protective wrap because I've already used one of them today. And it is this Grant's Premium Haggis. I love haggis. Haggis is a traditional dish from Scotland, and it sounds really gross. It's a lot of, how would you put it? The pieces of meat that are not used in other things. Can't think of the word right now. All ground up with oats and spices and other things, and then put in a sheep's stomach and boiled. It doesn't sound good at all, but it's really tasty. And if you're a vegetarian and you think that sounds awful, they'd have amazing vegetarian haggises too. In fact, I've probably eaten more vegetarian haggises in my life than actual haggis. So I treated my family to a nice haggis dinner today. Even my son, who is like 7 months old, 7 months and a bit, I just pureed some into his carrots. A very small amount. Have you guys ever tasted haggis? Do you like it? Or do you think it's gross? Do you even have it available in your country? I know here it would be pretty difficult to find. There's maybe some specialist butcher somewhere that's making haggis, but otherwise I have to buy it online. This is how the tins of haggis came packaged earlier, with a lot of bubble wrap and some fragile tape. So we have my third tin of haggis. And we have some Baxter's chicken broth. So we have some soup. You're probably thinking that soup exists in France, and you would be right. But there's something about tinned soup from different brands. They all have like different tastes. Like you could get a chicken broth in France, but it would not taste like this. So it's not really like, I'm not stocking up my cabinets with Baxter soup from the UK, but I have a few tins just for nostalgia's sake. I could eat soup for an evening meal all through winter. I have one more tube of tinned goods. Okay, so as you probably guessed, it's more soup. We have Baxter's favorite chicken and vegetable, and then we have Baxter's favorites, Highlander's broth, and I am actually a Highlander, so that works out well for me. I have one more thing that needs its ponytail cut off. So this is a little bottle of something. You can hear that. And it is this little bottle. And this is like a classic seasoning sauce that you would put in like pretty much anything really. And it's Lee & Perrins Expert Blenders since 1837, and it's Worcestershire sauce. I know it doesn't look like it's pronounced Worcestershire, Worcestershire, but believe me, it's Worcestershire. And it's a very savoury sauce, and it's great on very simple things like cheese on toast, spaghetti, pasta, anything. Let's see. Reach for the Lee & Perrins next time you're cooking and just dash some into your spaghetti bolognese. Shake into your stews or casseroles and splash some into your stir fry. Yeah, I would use them in a stir fry too. So this is really handy to have in the kitchen, just to add a little something to what you're doing, what you're cooking. I really like it. Okay, I'm going to pass on to the sweet part. I've already done biscuits and cakes, but now I have the very sweet things like chocolates and juice and things like that. Okay, so this is some juice, some fizzy juice. And just cut its ponytail off. It's a little more protected, so I'll need to cut out this bubble wrap too. So, under all that wrapping was these 8 cans of Iron Brew. So Iron Brew is a Scottish drink, and it's kind of like, it's orange in colour but not in flavour. It has a very distinct taste. So this is definitely not good for your health. It's very sugary, very sweet, but it reminds me of home, so I'll be happy to drink them. So essence of Iron Brew, brewed in Scotland since 1901 to a secret recipe of 32 flavours with a spirit that's as bold as its taste. You can't describe it because there's nothing like it. Actually, that's really true. You can't describe the flavour. It's orange in colour, but it's not like it doesn't have an orange taste to it. It's so true, I can't describe the taste, apart from very sweet. It's the same kind of thing with like Coke. Can you really describe what Coke tastes like? No, you can't. It doesn't taste like Iron Brew anyway, but it has that same kind of strange taste. And that's the only drink that I got. And now on to the sweets and chocolate. Okay, so the first sweets that I got are these Millions, strawberry and apple. They are just like little chewy sweets. And I remember these from when I was a kid. You would just go to the corner shop and get a quarter of millions. Maybe just like a little bag. I remember the strawberry ones. I don't remember liking the apple ones much, but I thought these would be good too. And this is just proof that I am a big kid, because I am old enough not to be eating this crap, but I wanted to. As you can see, it was one of the things that was chosen to be tested as dessert this evening. Do you guys remember Millions? I'm sure they are still readily available, but it's something that reminds me of my childhood. And these next sweets are coconut mushrooms. They look so funny. I remember these two. They're just little gummy sweets with chocolate and coconut at the top to make them look like little mushrooms. I really like these. I don't know why. They look like such a grown-up sweet, I guess. But they're fun. I also got these 2 packs of Waitrose sweets. We have chocolate covered peanuts and chocolate covered raisins. I really like these. These are the kind of sweets that my mum used to have when we were kids. They're like grown-up sweets. So I thought I would bring them to the cinema tomorrow. We are going to see the new Mary Poppins. I haven't heard great things about it, but I'm sure my daughter will love it. So I'll bring these with me. And these sweets are something that I'm going to be putting in my bag for work. And they are mint humbugs. So mint humbugs are kind of like, they're mint, but they're also kind of, there's something else, like caramelly or something. Not sure exactly. A cherished classic, crunchy outside, chewy inside. Mint flavored boiled sweets. It doesn't actually say. I would say a kind of minty caramel flavor. These are going to be nice in my bag for work. Okay, so this is part of the shame about not receiving my order in time for Christmas, which is totally my fault, by the way. I ordered way too late to even imagine that it would come before Christmas. And basically, as soon as I ordered, I knew that it was too late. So I got these little Milky Bar packs for my nieces and nephews for Christmas. Even though I knew it wasn't going to be here until after Christmas and New Year's. But I just couldn't resist. They're just like little selection boxes, kind of, but for younger kids. They don't have Milky Bars here, and I remember them so much when I was a kid. So I have 2 nieces and 2 nephews and 1 daughter. That's why I have 5. And I think they were really cheap, like £1 or something in the sales or something. So that was pretty good. And then I got this little one too, which is a medium kids selection box. Oh, if you're not familiar with selection boxes, it's basically this. It's like a little box of different treats, different sweets, all mixed together. Sometimes they're in the shape of a stocking or Santa's sleigh, or just boxes like this. This is a small one, and you just give them as presents at Christmas. Every kid will have 1 or 2. And I got this one for my partner for Christmas. But obviously, Christmas has been and gone, so he will just have to have it as I don't know, happy January present. Oh look, there's animal bars in here. Well, one animal bar. That's sweet. I also got a single star bar. I got this because it's something that I used to like. I used to love them. My favourite used to be a Boost bar, and then I kind of stopped liking Boost so much, and then Star Bars arrived, and then I loved Star Bars. It's kind of like a peanutty Boost, if you will. So I just got one just to have a little nostalgia. And the last thing that I got is this 4-pack of Crunchie Bars. Crunchie Bars are great. They're kind of like honeycomb covered in chocolate. I love them. So I got 4 of them. So I got 4 Crunchies, 1 Star Bar, a whole bunch of Milky Bar chocolate. I'll still give them to my nephews and nieces. But I didn't go crazy with the sweets. That means I'm growing up, maybe. So, I hope that you found this relaxing. Let me know down below all the things that you recognize or think look weird, or that you have in your country. I always like chatting about that kind of stuff. I think it's a kind of expat thing. When you don't live in your own country, you're really like up for conversations about different people's foods and like what's available in different countries and things like that. I don't know why. I guess because you think about it more than other people do. So when I say that I actually would really like to hear that kind of thing from you, it's true. I really would. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for now, and I'm going to go back downstairs, and I'm going to get a can of Iron Brew and maybe a Crunchie, and I'm going to go and turn on Netflix. Okay. Actually, Netflix is very new to me. We got Netflix 2 days ago, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Okay, so I hope that you have a lovely evening, and I'll see you